This video right here is going to save lives, so share it, tweet it, save it. I'm telling you, this video right here is definitely going to save lives. For some people, post-grad looks different. Like, what you do after graduation varies from people to people. Some people move back home, then start looking for a job, or some people already have full-time, full salary jobs waiting for them after they graduate. Like, they have it lined up. And post-grad depression is real, depending on what category you fall into. Some people are living their best lives, are not caring, they having great post-grad lives, and some people are really trying to find their way and navigate through it. So this video is for college students that's still in school and who want to set themselves up for the great post-grad life. Someone who just wants to hit the ground running, don't want to go through that whole post-grad depression and trying to find out what I'm gonna do after graduation once they're already at that space. So this video is just to kind of set yourself up for whatever you want to do after graduation. You can still do that while you're in college. You don't have to wait until you leave college to figure out what you're going to do after college. You can do that while you're still in college. So I'm going to give some tips and tricks on how I set myself up for post-grad and how I was able to live my best life after graduation and without a care. And a lot of my friends did the same. They all left college with great jobs lined up for them before graduation day. So these are my tips. Okay, first I want to say, before I get into the tips, adulting is already hard in general. So it's best to, I know sometimes we like to live in the moment, but certain things you need to set up for the future. And I felt like I didn't have the luxury to just kind of wing it after college. Some people have the luxury. Some people can move back home and live with their parents. Some people can't. I needed to have something lined up. So, and adulting is hard, like bills and everything. Even if you still live with your parents, you still kind of have some stuff that you, maybe just paying back student loans, or maybe you need a car. Like, adulting is hard. So if you can focus on lining up stuff and setting things in place while you're in college, it will take a lot of stuff and a lot of stress off your plate. Once you graduate, adulting won't be as hard. Yeah, your money is still going, but you will have income to pay off all the stuff that you need to. Depending on what school you go to and what field you're in, you need experience. And this is where internships come into. Internships are key. I cannot stress this enough. Like, you need to be building your experience, your skills. Like, it's enough to go to class and get the highest marks on tests and you have the highest GPA. You can have the highest GPA, but if you don't have any skills to put towards your classwork, it's kind of like hard to expect people to give you a job over someone who has all these internships experiences, who actually did field work, versus someone who actually only did like schoolwork. Not to put down GPAs, but GPAs aren't everything. Internships are key. You need experience. So depending on what school you're in, like what you're studying, I don't know if certain schools or like advisors stress this, but you need internships. And it's important on getting it, like it's important on getting a job after graduation. Like, when you have a resume, people are looking for experience. If all you have is classwork and classroom experience, it's kind of hard for someone to give you a job over candidates who have a lot of internship experiences. And this varies from different majors. Like, you know, for the business majors, the computer science majors, and kind of the STEM majors, they go on internships, like software engineer internships at the, or like finance internships, all these internships at these big companies that's geared towards their major. But if you're like into like maybe the the sciences that's like lab, like chemical engineering and like maybe biology or the psychology stuff, you can still like do research internships. Like that's still internship experience, like REUs, research experiences, working with your professors under their research, that's still experiences. So internships slash like field work slash like working under somebody, that's all the stuff that you need in order to build your resume and to build your skills up. The GPA is important to have high grades, but if you don't have any tangible skills to bring to the forefront of your interviews when you're looking for that job, it's kind of hard for somebody to go with you over a whole bunch of other competitive candidates who have those things. I'm telling you, like, in interviews, people ask, oh, so tell me about a time you did this and did that. You don't want to keep referring back to classwork. People want to see you working in the field. Like, so internships are key. And if you're a senior and you never had an internship yet, it's still not too late. It's still fall semester. Ask your professor if there's anything that they need help on working with. Professors do research. Go out there and ask around. Don't stop being to yourself and doing what you want to do. But that's still not to say that you can't get a job easily without an internship or without any job experience. I've seen that before, but it doesn't work for everybody. So even if you haven't had an internship, leadership skills and being a part of different organizations help to this point too, because if people like to see that you've been a leader of some sort or been a part of some group, because that means you had like a role or position of some sort, and that means you know how to work in groups. When I tell you, I know in college like group work is the most worst thing ever, but the corporate world and like jobs out here, it's all group work. You have to work with somebody, you have to answer to somebody, you have to get emails from somebody, you have to find out something from somebody, you have to speak to people regardless, you have to work with people regardless. So it's all group work, and you being in the org and having a leadership position, that shows on how effective you will be in a company or organization outside of college. People want to see how your best fit and how you would fit in. So in leadership positions shows to your tangible skills. How can you lead a group? How can you put together events? How can you work with people and stuff like that. Especially if you've been a part of an org for many years and that's all you did and you didn't even do no internships, that's something that you can still speak for along with your high grades. You have to know what resources are on your campus and use them. Where the next career fair is, where the next information sessions where companies come and on your campus and speak to the students, the job portal websites that's on your that's run by your school, all those resources. Read your emails. I know you get 100 emails a day from your school, but it's very important to at least skim through the emails to see what resources that your campus have. A lot of things I got in undergrad was from emails that were sent. I just read through them. You never know, and even sometimes you think you may not be interested in something, that will be the one thing that will change your life. So just kind of have an open mind and be on top of things as well. And along with the campus resources, the career fair is important. Go to all the career fairs that you can go to on your campus. That's for you. I know some campuses do it by like school, university, or majors. Some people have like a big campus-wide career fair. Go to all of those that apply to in your field. Even if you may not be ready, you feel like it, or anything, you still go put yourself out there, practice networking, practice doing all of that, because it will get you far. It will get your resume out there. There's been plenty of times where even still to this day, like I get stuff from companies that I sent to like a couple years ago when I was like a sophomore or a junior, and I guess I'm still in their system, and then like they check in every once in a while. Oh, so what are you doing now? So that just comes to show you need to use those resources and get yourselves out there. Sometimes, depending on the type of person you are, some introverts may not like all the networking stuff, but sometimes you have to put that aside and just like take a deep breath and go. So those are the tips of how you can really set yourself up now in college for your post-grad life. So if you guys had any more questions, you could definitely comment in the comment section below, or if you have any like private questions that you want to talk further more about, you can definitely reach out to me on social media. It's in the description below. I just try to generalize it for you all, like, you know, a whole generalization of tips, but there's, you know, other tidbits you can add in there. But yes, that's just the gist of it all, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.